Roberts, for those of you that haven't met me. I'm the 5th grade band director here at Dickinson Fine Arts Academy. It's a thrill for me to have you here, and I want to first say thank you for coming. This is normally an hour earlier than what we typically start for a concert. We normally do our concerts at 7, so that you know for our concerts in the spring, they'll be at 7 o'clock. We did this because tonight we're doing 2 of these. Band's going to go first this year. Orchestra is going in an hour. So we're going to do our thing, and then there are going to be people coming in right after us. So welcome. This is your students' first official performance here. I'm excited for them. They have really done a lot. In 6 weeks worth of time, or less really, we put together what we're going to play for you this evening. Now, it may not sound like the Chicago Symphony, but a lot of development has happened in the last 6 weeks, and I'm very proud of their improvement. The last piece we're going to play for you tonight, they put it together in the last 2 days. So I'm very impressed with what they're doing. Tonight is just going to be kind of a demonstration. I'm going to kind of talk and tell you some things as we go, give you some information. On the table, on the 2 tables, there were copies of, if you have not seen the band handbook, we passed it out in the last 2 weeks. If your student hasn't brought it home, please pick one up and take a look at it. And if you would, please, if they haven't given this to you, fill out the back page and turn it in because it's due tomorrow. But I'll take them from them next week if we need to. Okay? Since we're seeing each other tonight, I thought I would just go ahead and remind, if you need one, if we run out, come see me and I'll make more. I will try to station myself out in the hallway over here if you need to see me. We're going to need to clear this room pretty quick after we're done so orchestra can come in. After we're done tonight, if you'll let your kids go down to the band room and put their stuff up, they'll come meet you up in this hallway or out towards the front of the school when we're finished. So thank you very much. We're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to show you is the first thing we do every day, or try to do every day. We play a note called Concert F, and the first day we played this is what it sounded like. Remember, number 1, day 1, not day now. 1, 2, set, breathe. That was the first day. It was worse. It was actually worse. They don't. I'm happy because they don't know how to make it worse. I was impressed. So this is now. Here we go. Good tone, please. Sit up tall. Concert F. Ready. Number 1, 1 and 2, and ready. Breathe. So there's a little bit more refined. It's a little bit more, now it's still got a long ways to go. We work on this a lot. They're getting used to it. Come over here, Antoine. Come around this way. Come around this way. Sit right over here by Carl. Give your book. Here, you can use this. So after we learn how to, the book starts with we learn 5 notes. And the first 5 notes makes up the majority of the songs that we play in class. And this is the first 5 notes put all together. So play number 10 for them. Here we go. Number 10. 1, 2, set, and... Now this is just the first 5 notes all put together in one specific piece. This is the song number 10 in our book. But that was after a couple weeks of work of learning how to, because right now, some of these kids, can I see your clarinet for a second, are having to manipulate a whole lot of keys, and it's a lot for a student that maybe isn't the most coordinated to learn how to manipulate this. Some of the fingerings for flute are incredibly awkward. They make fun of me because they do better than me already. So it's hard. It's a different kind of physical skill that they're developing through this process. So what I'd like to show you now is how each section sounds in the overall scheme. So we're going to hear from our percussion first. Now our gentlemen back here playing percussion are playing mallet instruments tonight. They're going to start to learn how to play snare drum, bass drum, cymbals, a lot of different things. They also are going to have an opportunity for you percussion parents. Monday nights, Mr. Horner, my colleague back here, we are the two band directors here. He's the resident percussion expert here, is starting a percussion ensemble class on Mondays. These gentlemen all are invited to participate in that. We will be sending home more information soon. They will be doing all kinds of different performances in the community, things here at school as the year goes on, just to keep them active. So this is our percussion. They're going to play number 10 for you by themselves. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, set, go. 2, 3, and. Do it again, go. 2, 3, and. So that's our percussion. Okay, and then playing now. The next group we're going to hear from is our brass. So just to give you an idea, the tuba, hold your horns up. It's our tuba section, then our baritones, and then trombones, hold up your trombones. Trombone section, then trumpets. We're missing one instrument in the brass, French horn. Hopefully we can get a couple kids to consider French horn in the future, but right now we don't have one. This is ours, but that's okay. We still can sound like a great band with what we have. So this is our brass section playing the same song. So here we go, brass. Ready? 2 times through number 10. Set, feet flat on the floor, back straight. 1, 2, ready, breathe. 2, 3, and. 2, ready, breathe. 2, ready, and. Good, relax, nice job. We're working to get them to match pitch. One of the things with brass that's different than woodwind or percussion is they can play multiple notes in one position on their instrument by changing the tension in their lips by a lip vibration or a buzz. So you might have heard some students that might have been on a lower note and didn't quite match. They're working on developing what's called their embouchure, which is the muscles around your lips. So they're getting there. Let's hear the woodwinds now. So let's check. We have several different instruments in this group. So Jade, hold up your tenor. This is our tenor saxophonist. Then we have 3 altos here tonight. These 3 students here. Clarinet, hold up your instrument. Our clarinet section, and then our flutes. This is our woodwinds. We don't have any double reeds this year. That's a really hard oboe, bassoon. Those are tricky. We don't have some of the bigger saxophone like bari sax or bass clarinet. That's something we're going to add in the future with these guys. So let's hear you on number 10. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. 2, ready, breathe. 2, ready, and. 2, ready, and. Okay, so this is our woodwinds. Thank you. Good job, guys. And then we put it all back together. This is what that song sounds like. Again, one more time with everybody. Ready? 1, 2, and 1, 2, set, and. 2, 3, and. 2, ready, and. 2, ready, and. Good job. All right. I want to point out to you, there's in the program, sometimes when I go to concerts, the program I look at, okay, this is what they're playing, I put it away. Inside the program, there's just some notes to you to think about their practicing and things you can help them do at home. I don't expect them right now to practice every day. I would like to see them practice at a minimum in a week. If they can get 60 to 70 minutes, that would be great at home. I know that's hard sometimes because we're all busy. My suggestion to sometimes the kids are, go practice during your favorite TV show's commercials. You know, if you watch an hour-long TV show, the commercials are usually 20 minutes. You probably find 10 minutes of practice in there. I'd rather they practice 10 minutes. Can you hit that, guys? Thank you. 10 minutes than practice for 10 minutes really good than do a half an hour really poor practicing. I am available anytime except for Mondays and Fridays to help. If they would like to get some extra individualized help, actually we both are. You can let us know via a note. Have them bring me a note during class, and the next day we can make that happen. As long as they get picked up, they need to get picked up. I can't put them on the activity bus, but I'd gladly stay till 4 and help them. They'd have a quiet place to practice, even do some homework if they needed to take a break. So they're more than welcome. That information is in the band handbook, just a little bitty paragraph about it. A couple other things that I want to share with you. You see I'm wearing a shirt that looks like this. We tried to order shirts for the kids that turned them in before fall break. Unfortunately, the company that we ordered from dropped the ball on this. So when they get them, they will get these. They can wear this shirt as a uniform shirt to school. And they can also wear this. This is what we like for them to wear for concerts. We like them to wear navy blue and khaki pants and the darkest pair of shoes that they own. We don't want you to go out and buy them shoes, because I'm a new father. I understand my daughter's had 3 pairs of shoes in 3 months. So I get it. So I keep telling my wife we got to buy her another pair of shoes. So I totally get it. At this age level, we're not so hung up on that part. So, because they're still growing, but the shirt, and I'll still take orders over the next week or two if you haven't had a chance and can pull it off. The shirt's 15, buy a size bigger because they shrink a little bit. Some of you guys that have turned stuff in, I kicked the kids' size up 1 notch just so they can grow into it a little bit, so it might be a little bit big on them at first, but I'd rather them get more use out of it than only be able to wear it once or twice. So, and once those come in, we'll get them to them as quick as we can. They can wear them for school. We're even talking about trying to add a performance for these guys at some point because of the change. Normally we have the 5th grade play on our December concert. We decided to do this as to make this more special. This is more important to me, that this is their first big deal. And I want to show them off on their own and not have them kind of be trumped over by the 6th grade and the older kids. So, the next thing we're going to play for you is things that actually sound like music that you'll know. And so we're going to play for you 3 songs. Well, actually 4 that are pretty familiar. The first one, our book doesn't refer to it as Mary Had a Little Lamb. The book calls it Rolling Along, so this is Rolling Along. Good job. Here we go. Okay. Shh. Okay. All right, here. We'll be playing music that's more like what the older students are playing. We refer to it as sheet music. These pieces are all 8 to 16 measures long. When they first start, that's more doable for them. But as they get older, we're going to start to play longer music. We'll actually probably start to work on some sheet music here going into December. And I'll have some things for them to practice over the break that they can mess around with and have some fun with. So the next thing is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. I want to thank a few people first. Mrs. Schreiber is our magnet facilitator. She's not in here presently. She does a lot of behind-the-scenes work for us, for our fine arts department. Helps us with concert programs, helps us organize for concerts, helps take care of a lot of logistical things, and also helps with students that come in as a magnet student. How many of you guys are magnet students here? I don't even know. So some of you guys, she works with those students. One of the big things that I want to encourage to you is growth in the band program has really picked up. We've had a lot of students show a lot of interest, and one of the things that I want to stress to you is as your student gets older, not maybe next year but in the future, is if they really think band is their thing, we're going to at some point want to start to investigate getting an instrument that's their own. One of the unfortunate things about what we do, it is great that everybody can play. We don't we check out instruments until we run out, and we're getting close, which is exciting in a way and also frightening for me because I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? So the more they get interested, and if they're real serious. Plus, the other thing is then they have the instrument over the summer. We collect the instruments in the summer and don't check them out over the summer. And they can keep practicing. They can do things that they're interested in. I can't encourage you enough if there's like, oh, I'm done practicing. Well, do something you want to do, but do it with a good sound. Okay? They should be, that dying animal sound, if you've heard it, should be going away. And if it's not, you need to start to say to them, hey, are you really doing this right? And if you're not sure, you need to ask Mr. Roberts or Mr. Horner if they can't get to me. I see him every day, so he comes in and assists with them. He teaches choir during 5th grade band, but they're going to have him at some point as a band director in the future. So if they can't figure it out on their own, they need to let us know, because it might be something real simple that we can address in 2 minutes or less. So encourage them. That's the biggest thing is listen, make them play for you. Say, hey, play a song for me. Make them perform. Make them do it. That's why we're doing this after 6 weeks of playing, making them go out and perform. The other thing I want to talk about is our May concert is all of our band students will be playing at that event. And we did last year for the first time a combined piece with everybody participating, including the 5th graders. So that event is, I believe, May 23rd or 24th. It's in the band handbook. There's a calendar. As of right now, these guys only have one other concert set. We might add one, we might not. When I do, I will send that information home to you as soon as I can. So you should have seen the band handbook from them. You should have also gotten 2 notices about this. If you didn't get 2, remind them. And I'm available. The best way to reach me is through my email address, which is broberts, and then all that crazy South Bend stuff at the end. I read it. I read that. It's way easier for me to do that than answer the phone because we have band classes going on 7 periods of the day out of 8 in the band room, so I'm in there busy with that. And then after school, we teach several different ensembles, so it's just quicker. I can shoot an email off in 30 seconds most of the time. So if you can do that, that's a real fast way to get in touch with me. If not, leave a message in the office and I'll try to call you back in at least 24 hours. I'll do my best. I can't promise it, but I'll do my best. And I'm usually here till 3:30 or 4 if you pick them up and want to stop by and have a question. Come by and say hello or just whatever you want. I know it's been a beautiful week this week. We don't want to do Christmas music yet, but I kind of wanted to play something for you. But before I do that, I want to thank Mr. Sims, our principal, Mrs. Newbill, our assistant principal, for their support. There's several fine arts teachers here tonight helping. Ms. Richards is around. Mr. Wolverton, thank you to both of you being here. We also have some students that you might have met that are band students that are here helping out, so thank you very much. We're lucky that we have, these kids are like, everybody in here except for a few has their own instrument. We were lucky to get a magnet grant about 8 years ago to buy enough instruments to outfit about 200 kids with an instrument. These instruments are approaching 9 years old, most of them, and we need to really take good care of them. For the most part, I think I've kept on top of them, but do encourage your student to take care of it. I tell them this the first week of school. It's like, I handed you the latest game system. Are you going to go break it the first night you have it? So please encourage them. Keep an eye on help out with that, and listen to them play. If you haven't gotten a music stand, this is a good time to get it. I'm going to be sending home. We were able to buy a supply of reeds for clarinets and saxophones. At the beginning of the year, we're running out. So I'm going to be sending home information about that. They need to provide a reed, which if you buy a box, that should last you till the end of the year, maybe into next year. And I'll send info about that home. And at any time you need help with some of this stuff, just let us know. Okay, I'm one of those people that believes every kid that wants to be in band deserves a chance to do it. So call me, talk to me privately, let me know if there's a concern or an issue. I totally get it. I totally get it. So I have students who are playing professionally that came from absolutely nothing. So if that's a situation, just talk to me and I'll work it out. I'll gladly work it out. I want them to be a part. So thank you very much for coming tonight. The last tune we're going to play, I know it's pretty brief. I'll be around to answer any questions. Is Jingle Bells. So when they're done, they're going to go back to the band room, put their stuff up, and they'll come back up the hallway. You can pick them up. Preferably out the front door would be nice, but if you're back 14, that's okay. But I'll send them back up that hallway, and I'll try to be out here hanging out if you have any questions. Mr. Horner can gladly answer questions too, not to put him on the spot, but he's available also. Thank you very much. This is Jingle Bells. Okay, so remember how again, we'll start, okay?
Why don't you
Guys, can you drink down? Focus. I'm very pleased with what you did, so here we go. Tomorrow in class, they're all going to get, it's a small, just a certificate. acknowledging their first performance. If you're one of those people that likes to keep mementos, it's not, it's simple. It's real simple, but I wanted to give it to them, and I'm going to have something else for them, just a small thank you treat tomorrow during class. And we're going to watch the video so they can see themselves. So thank you very much for coming tonight. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.